Manchester United are preparing for a huge summer rebuild. Sky Sports reveal United are targeting Borussia Dortmund defender Julian Ryerson. Elliot Anderson has reportedly chosen Old Trafford. Jose Mourinho wants to take Marcus Rashford to Real Madrid. And United have held a secret meeting over Mateus Fernandes as a potential successor to Casemiro. On top of that, Jarrod Bowen has emerged as a shock attacking target. This is a massive update packed with transfer bombshells, tactical analysis, and the latest breaking Manchester United news you do not want to miss. We're going through all of it today. Every transfer, every update, every twist. This is the Red Break. Let's go. Before we talk transfers, you have to understand what Michael Carrick just did. Because without this context, none of the summer makes sense. January 2026, United sack Ruben Amorim. You know it. The club is in free fall. 7th in the table. No European football in sight. The board panic. The fans are furious. And then they bring in Michael Carrick, a man who hadn't managed at the top level before. A man whose last job was Middlesbrough. And then something extraordinary happened. Carrick won and kept winning. 10 wins from 15 games, a 3-2 victory over Liverpool that sealed Champions League football. With one game still remaining, the same club that was heading into the Europa Conference League is now heading into the Champions League. And this summer is his first real window to build something, which is exactly why every single transfer we're about to discuss matters so much. But before we break down the defence, the midfield and the attack, there is one story that is bigger than all of them. Manchester United star, United player, a Barcelona loan, a sensational revival in Spain, interest from FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, and even Newcastle United. And at the centre of it all, Marcus Rashford. Just 6 months ago, many thought his Manchester United career was over. But after a stunning loan spell in Barcelona, where he delivered 14 goals and 14 assists, Rashford has transformed from forgotten man into one of the most sought-after forwards in European football. Now, Jose Mourinho reportedly wants to bring him to Real Madrid. Barcelona want to keep him. Newcastle are monitoring the situation. And believe it or not, Manchester United could still bring him back. The big question is simple. Will Rashford return to Old Trafford or complete one of the most shocking transfers of the summer? And while that saga unfolds, United are also fighting to win a crucial transfer battle that could shape the entire rebuild. This is your latest Manchester United transfer update. Now, let's move on. The first signing on Carrick's list is one that most United fans probably haven't even heard of yet, but it tells you everything about the kind of manager he is. Julian Ryerson, Borussia Dortmund, right back, Norwegian international. According to Sky Sports Germany, United are interested. Now hear me out, because this signing isn't about excitement, it's about intelligence. Diogo Dalot has been one of United's most consistent performers this season. Carrick trusts him, relies on him, but at right back or wing back, the physical demands are brutal. End to end, every game, week after week. You can't run Dalot into the ground, not in a season that now includes Champions League football. Ryerson is the solution. Experienced, disciplined, knows how to operate in a high-energy system. He's not coming to fight for the starting spot, he's coming to protect the player in it. And with Dortmund going through their own rebuild, the fee is unlikely to be frightening. Smart, quiet, calculated, which is very on brand for Carrick so far. But this is just the warm-up, because what comes next is where it gets really interesting. Right, I need you to pay attention here, because Manchester United are reportedly going to West Ham. Not for one player, for two. Let's start with the first one, Jarrod Bowen. West Ham's heartbeat for the last 3 years. Versatile, English, relentless work rate. According to The Guardian, United are closely following him. And honestly, when you understand what Carrick wants to build, this makes complete sense. Carrick's United are already showing signs of being a pressing, energetic, high-tempo side. He needs attackers who work for the team, not just for themselves. Players who defend from the front, who cover ground, who create and score. Bowen does all of that. He's not a highlight reel merchant. He is the definition of a complete attacking player. Goals, assists, pressing stats, and defensive contribution. Week in, week out. No drop-off. At 27, he is in the absolute peak of his powers. And in a system built around collective effort, he could be devastating. Now, the one complication? Bowen is under contract until 2030. West Ham are not selling cheap. But United have Champions League football now, and that changes the conversation entirely. A year ago, Bowen might have said no. This summer, Old Trafford under the lights in the Champions League is a very different proposition. And if United get him, that's target number one for the attack sorted. But they're not done with West Ham, not even close. Mateus Fernandes, also from West Ham, is also a United target. And this one is moving fast. Reports from earlier this month confirmed that United have held a secret meeting with Fernandes' representatives. No cameras, no announcements, completely under the radar. But here's the headline that really caught my attention. His stay at West Ham has become, quote, impossible. That's not mild interest. That's a transfer that's already in motion. Now, who is Mateus Fernandes? 22 years old, Portuguese, central midfielder, deep-lying, technically excellent, composed under pressure, football IQ that is way beyond his years. And United desperately need him. Because here's the situation in midfield. Casemiro? Done. United have confirmed he is leaving at the end of this season. End of an era. Thanks for the memories. But now that position needs filling. The holding midfielder role, the one that protects the defence, that wins the ball back, that keeps the team ticking when attacks break down. Without that player, everything falls apart. Fernandes fits that profile perfectly. And at 22 years old, with a decade of development ahead, he could be the best piece of business United do all summer. But here's the truly wild part. United are going to West Ham for both Bowen and Fernandes at the same time. That negotiation is going to be one of the most tense business conversations in Premier League history. West Ham holding the cards on two players that United need. Good luck, Sir Jim. Elliot Anderson, 21, Nottingham Forest. One of the best young midfielders in England. United have been tracking him. Reports earlier this year suggested genuine interest. But as of this week, Manchester United believe that Man City are going to win the race. Let that land. A player they identified, a player they wanted, potentially going to the blue half of Manchester instead. Now look, nothing is confirmed. The deal isn't done. But United are said to believe City have the advantage. And if that's true, it tells you something important. Champions League football helps United compete, but City still have more pull. Still have that edge when it comes to the most elite young talent. Which means Carrick's recruitment team can't afford to miss on the other targets. Fernandes, Bowen, Ryerson, those have to get done. Because losing Anderson to City and then losing out on the West Ham players too, that would be a disastrous window. And that pressure is very real right now. So let's zoom all the way out. Because what's happening at United right now is genuinely fascinating. A club that was in absolute ruins in January, now in the Champions League. Now getting a permanent manager who has earned the job the hard way. Now building a transfer window around a clear identity. That's progress. Real progress. Not the fake kind, not the PR kind. The kind you can actually see in results. But it's fragile, because United have been here before. The hope, the rebuild, the this time is different. And every time, something goes wrong. Wrong signings, wrong decisions, wrong timing. This summer is the first real test of whether Carrick's rebuild is the real thing. Get Fernandes, get Bowen, secure the defence. And if Rashford comes back, if they somehow convince the most in-demand forward in Europe to choose Old Trafford, then something genuinely special could be happening. But if they lose the Anderson race, miss out on the West Ham targets, and watch Rashford sign for Real Madrid, then we're back to the same old story. The one United fans have been living through for 15 years. Right now, though, for the first time in a long time, the belief feels real. Right, quickfire, let's go. Casemiro, confirmed leaving. End of the season. Thanks for everything, Cass. Joshua Zirkzee, told he has no future under Carrick, expected to leave this summer. Rafael Leao, United have genuine interest. AC Milan open to a sale, one for the Champions League budget. Sandro Tonali, United are tracking him as a premium Casemiro option. Could cost over 90 million, but the profile is elite. Mickey van der Ven, United in hot pursuit of the Spurs centre-back. The defence needs upgrading, and he fits perfectly. Karim Adeyemi. United view him as a serious wide option. Dortmund business potentially happening on multiple fronts. Mason Mount. United are open to selling. Could be gone permanently this summer. And Bruno Fernandes, staying, for now. United's captain isn't going anywhere, which at least gives Carrick one thing he doesn't have to worry about, for now. Here's the thing about Manchester United. No club in world football carries this weight, this expectation, this pressure, this mythology. Every summer is the one. Every window is this changes everything. And most of the time, it doesn't. But right now, something feels different. Not because of the names, not because of the rumours, but because of the manager. Michael Carrick walked into the most hostile environment in English football. A broken dressing room, a confused fan base, a club without direction. And he turned it around, quietly, methodically, without drama. That's not lucky, that's character. And if he can bring that same clarity to the transfer window, if he can actually land the players this club needs, then we might be talking about a genuine turning point. Not just for next season, for the decade. And somewhere in Barcelona right now, a 28-year-old who rediscovered himself under the Spanish sun is deciding his future. If he chooses Old Trafford, that tells you everything you need to know about where this club is heading. And if he doesn't, then the rebuild continues without him. Either way, this summer is going to define Michael Carrick's legacy before it's even properly begun. So, what do you think? Is this the summer United finally get it right? Does Rashford come back? Or does Mourinho get his man for Real Madrid? And is United raiding West Ham twice in one window genius, or the most chaotic negotiation plan you've ever heard? Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like if you're following this window closely, and subscribe if you're not already, because this summer is only just getting started. See you to the next one.